Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'm a little early into the video. Uh, just now, futures have moved up, and we'll wait for more people to join in. Hi, Hamid. Hi, Srini. Hi, Naveen. Hi, AK. Hi, Nehal. Hi, Suraj. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a good day today and made some good green on your account. And today, I was a little occupied in my office work, so didn't trade much, but still made some money. Happy for me. Hi, good evening, Troy. So right now I'm just looking at futures. Futures are pushing and they're pushing with some volume right now. It's coming up. And let me just add the volume here. In past 30 minutes, there is some volume here. About 7,000 contracts have been traded. So it's looking solid as of now, but this is a long-term resistance area, which it has broken just now. If it breaks here and moves up, that will confirm the completion of inverted head and shoulders, which we identified 2-3 days back. And that can lead to a very massive up move. So tomorrow can be really, really exciting. If everything which we are thinking looks good, then yes, above this, we are looking towards 44.85 and all-time highs. But let's wait. We still have to have like almost 10-12 hours to the morning when the market opens. So let's see how this thing pans out during the night. All right. Hi, Kiran. So today I just want to limit my focus list to some of the stocks, because tomorrow it could be retail numbers. Like if we see here in the economic calendar tomorrow, we have at 8:30 retail numbers and retail sales. There's a forecast that yes, there is a de-acceleration on the retail sales by 0.2%. So everybody is expecting that because the inflation is getting higher, the retail sales will be a little congested. So if that happens, and if that number comes around the same range, that is already discounted. That's why Amazon was not moving throughout the day. It was stuck. But if it comes higher, then it shows strength in the economy that yes, even after the Fed infusion of $1,400, like 2 or 3 times, then the $300, people still have money, additional money, where they are using it to spend. So it will be very, very interesting because it's the beginning of the earning cycles. We just had the banks, and the banks had really, really good growth in terms of their net interest margin and the profits. So it's looking really great on the banking side. Similar to that in tech side, where we have big names, all the big fangs, plus Netflix. All this have set up a very low expectation this time. So if they beat, they're going to beat with some good moves. So that's why I'm saying tomorrow, if we complete and we break out from this head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, this will be really, really amazing. And today I got like massive response on Twitter. Thanks everybody who was part of this morning inflow of so many people joining my Twitter account. Thank you very much. Hope we all can learn together and make out some good trade setups and discuss ideas. And thank you very much for that. So let's start in between. I'm just waiting for the time. So let me just check on the inside days. So we have VAL Neo. It had inside day. Even laser, like I was focusing on laser. Let me just check on double inside days. So MGM and NCLH. Okay, so MGM, I like, as you know, I also refer black box, and black box is showing good inflow for MGM options. So that's one of the things. Here I want to cut down this list so that we can be very focused. Apple AMD, I want to include a firm. I think I am going to get rid of it for now. Google, I think it has already closed about 2800 today. So it did its target. Yeah, 28, 29, 28. Yeah, it's right there. So it's fine to keep it. NVIDIA did 2218. See, that's the benefit. Like, if you exactly know that once you enter above 211 in NVIDIA and you have a target of 218, you can just carry on with your position by just trailing the stop losses. But if you don't know, or if you have not planned for this, then you don't know when to book. And that's the biggest advantage of planning a night before uh, as compared to going in the live market and evaluating it at that time. Hi, NR, Kiran, Nilesh, Meher. Hi, Mr. Prajaj. All right, so I'm just going to cut down on the list. I'm going to get rid of DKNG and QS. DKNG was bullish, but still I want to cut down on my list. Netflix is looking good. Roku, FTX did good. Snap good. FSLR, I want to get rid of it. I'm just trying to focus on a very small set of uh, items. Even Square, it did its target of 249 today. Roku is struggling. Fedex breakout. So had a good setup. Let me just delete the rows. And with so many items, it becomes difficult to pick up the good ones. Okay, I think 15 is still a bigger list, but I can live with it. Okay. Do you have any tickers which you wanted to discuss? Microsoft, yes, we can include Microsoft. But that will be entire FANG here. Microsoft had a very massive move today. So a continuation will be really, really great. Even banks were looking good. So I want to discuss banks, especially Bank of America, JPM. These are my favorite banks. And tomorrow we have Goldman Sachs earnings. So most likely we're going to have a good potential moves in these two. So I can discuss these two as well. All right, so we are at 10:30. Tesla, Tesla is not moving. It's just grinding. I can still like find it out for you. Tesla, Neo. Okay, Neo has inside day. We can discuss about this, all of them once I'm done. So once I'm done with my analysis, I'm gonna post the Zoom link in the chat, and then we can discuss. We can talk to each other, have a interaction, and if you have any chart with you, you can send that to me on my Twitter, and I can open it, and we can discuss whether that chart maps out properly, or if you want to have a discussion on my chart, we can do that interactively. All right, so let's get started for the analysis. So hi, good evening, everyone who is joining me now. Uh, I hope you had a great, wonderful day. And I am going to encourage everybody to work on their charts, work on actually understanding rather than following anybody. Make sure you understand what you're doing. Like whatever information I'm sharing, you can also like find that information and make a trade out of it. But you need to do work on your own. Make your due diligence very, very refined so that you can take benefit of the information, benefit of your work, and convert that work and that effort into some good dollars. All right, so let's get started. So first is ES, which is my favorite futures. I tend to trade this most of the time as compared to NQ. And here I want to show you one thing which we like discussed last time is this inverted head and shoulders. Let me use this. So this was the inverted head and shoulders which we discussed last time, and we were confident that yes, it's gonna make this inverted head and shoulders, and it finally did. So the neckline is right there. Okay, now a break of 444. In this case, this is left shoulder, this is head, this is right shoulder. Now, if breakout happens, usually it is equal to the length here in case of a breakout. So expect a move towards all-time high. So this is 43.16 and this is 44.44. That's about 120 points. So 120 points to 100 points is the next move, which is 45.46. Probably like this area, which is resistance. So if we close above 444 tomorrow, that can be marked as very bullish, and we can potentially move really up with this 4546 target going into the earnings season. But if we fail, like we have failed multiple times here, we have failed here, we tried and we failed here, and again it's another channel which is setting up. There's possibility if we might jump to 444, but again test this area 4450. So this is double resistance right now. If we break below this time we may not be able to sustain like 4385. This will go much quickly and we can have some good correction following it. Okay, so I would just wait and watch because tomorrow is monthly expiry as well. So until now, I was pretty positive on the market. I was anticipating a move towards 444. It's right there. But now I am just taking a back step, waiting for a move at least an hour or two, candle closing above 444. So I am actually, it's a completion of inverted head and shoulders. So I would say inverted head and shoulders complete. Then it's positive. Then buy above 4450 and look for a target of, this should be the first resistance, 4474, 4483, 4474, 4483, and next target will be 4504. So this will happen if we break out above 4450 and stay at least for an hour, I'm just marking this conviction as 60%. Because I want to see, I don't have confidence as of now. But if it fails, let me just copy this and mark this as fails. that will be a excellent shorting opportunity. And I'm marking this as red so that I can identify tomorrow. So if it fails, sell below. In this case, if you want to sell, we can sell, I would say below like 444 should be the stop loss. So sell below here. This is somewhere like it had some kind of price. Even now it just jumped from there. So 45.25, if it breaks below, stop loss here will be 444. Here, sell near 4425 to 4430, and stop loss again will be 444. Target in this case will be, first is the 34 EMA, which is 4395. And then we have some good support area, this long-term trend line, 4385 and the 12 EMA. So 4385 is the next target. And I'm like 40% sure. Otherwise, I'm expecting that, yes, it's going to be grinding throughout the day. Now, if you are not into futures and you want to trade SPY, you can use similar levels in SPY. Like you can just correlate by dividing this number to 10, and that's roughly equates to SPY. So I will keep that in mind. There is some premium which is attached to ES futures as compared to SPY. So it's roughly, if you divide it by 10, you will get an idea about SPY. Because I trade ES and I trade triple Q. I don't trade NQ. So anybody who is joining for the first time, this is a sheet. I prepare this sheet. I have my list of tickers, my bias towards the market. This is the area which I'm interested in. So I will wait for 9:45 to 10 o'clock closing to see whether I am getting any insight in the market, matching my planning. If I see tomorrow we have market trading above 44.50 at 10 o'clock, I'll be picking up anything which is showing me relatively good strength, and I'll best trade and look for my targets. Okay, and I'm just sharing my conviction level so that when I'm just picking up in the real market, I do not get confused, because I am doing this exercise when there is no live market, when I do not have any open position and I do not have any work. I am focused and I can like execute pretty clearly what I want. In the real market, it's like your office timings are there, you have office meetings, office calls, plus you may not be on the screen all the time. So that creates a lot of panic, that you are not aware of the screen, and then you tend to just look at screen, and if you have not observed it properly, you may end up buying at the day high, buying or selling at the day low. So I try to avoid all that. So I prepare all this. All right. So the next ticker which I wanted to discuss is triple Q. And once I'm done with my analysis, I will post the link in the YouTube chat for the Zoom, where we can have some interactions and discuss the ideas, the charts. Okay, so triple Q, as soon as it break out of 361, it bank tested 365, which was my target 365. I was 70% sure it did, and it closed right on the day high. And the most important contributing factor in this was Apple and Microsoft. Now it should hold this area, and I'm going to add both. I'm just like practically more positive on triple Q. So I'm going to take today's high and see in the past, this area like 368 is an area where it has seen good level of resistance in the past. Okay, we are trying to move up. So if we break out above 368, we can look out for 375. So I am actually still positive on triple Q, but I'm just upgrading my target. So I'm looking for entry above 368. If it sustains above 368 for half an hour, I'll be jumping into this. My stop loss will become, in this case, this 34 EMA, which is coming right here, which is 365.40, which was my target for today. So I'm just moving this to 365.40. And now my target comes around 374.50 area. So 374.57. 374.57. Now, this will be a good strategy if ES is holding above 44.50. In case ES is not holding above 44.50, I would like to have a backup plan where I would mark this as neutral because I was positive on triple Q. I would sell below actually triple Q if it goes below 365. And then I would expect somewhere here where we had 362, 361 area, because there's a gap, and that gap, if fills, there's an opportunity over there. So if it goes below 365.40, I would like to sell it. Sell below 365.40, not for a big target, but for 360, 280 and 361.44. So here also I am using like 60-40 conviction because the moves are already done. Stop loss in this case will be 368. And I'm marking this as red, even if it is neutral, because yesterday I was positive on this. So a trend usually goes from positive to neutral to negative or short. Apple, I'm positive now. So Apple, like even on that day, I recommended enter around 139.73 in Apple. That's a very good area to come in. So today, see from here, it bounced as soon as it opened, and our idea was buy above 141.40. So it opened around 142, gave a low of 141.50, almost near to the good entry area. If you entered here, it almost tested the second target. Now I will be interested to jump into Apple only above if it breaks out 144.50. 144.50 has been a pain for Apple. This area, it has seen like multiple rejections. So if it breaks out, plus 34 EMA is also approaching this Fibonacci percentage, which is 50, and 144.50 has been some pain point for Apple. So if Apple, and it's kind of making a morning star as well. So if Apple breaks out of 144.50, and if market supports, we are going to see at least two big green candles on Apple, which will take it to 148 to 149. So I'm looking at 146 to 147.50 on Apple. 146.20, 147.50. And I am more than 70% positive on Apple. Stop loss in this case, let me just check, will be this 12 EMA, which comes out at 142.76. 142.76. So if market supports and Apple, just copy this Morningstar. And Morningstar, they run with strength. So do not ignore the Morningstar. AMD, I'm still positive. We have been adding AMD since 102 area. And after a very, very long time, it finally closed above 111. This area is a good resistance, 113. Tomorrow, if it breaks 113, just go for it. It will simply run. 113 is a good resistance area for AMD. 113 16. This is the long-term regression general trend line. So a break above 113.20, I think it can be really exciting for AMD. This will not stop. This will go 117 and 121, the all-time high. So I am still positive on AMD. Buy above 130. Once it breaks out that hassle, stop loss will be the previous support target will be now become stop loss, and we'll be looking for 117.65. And I'm still most bullish on AMD. Okay, so I'm still keeping it at 80%. Amazon held the gap, like even previously it held the gap and then had a bearish engulfing where this candle, like sellers came as soon as it opened and then bring it to the lowest of the day. Then it went below 32.86. Today it kind of held 32.86 and the 12 EMA is approaching 32.88-89 area. So this can be a really good support. Now, if it does not break 32.86, we will have a very excellent move on Amazon. Plus, tomorrow there are retail numbers. If the retail numbers are in favor or above the expectations of the market, then we can have some really interesting move on Amazon. Amazon has been holding back for quite a while. So retail and a festival season coming, which pushes the retail sales. And it's a good period for Amazon and all the retail companies. So this can be really, it's a good setup to break out. Just watching it for 32.86 as the support. So I'm still positive on Amazon, and I'll be interesting to buy it above this area, which is 33.15. I will even jump 33.25. 33.25. If I get it, it's slightly higher, but that's like 41% stop loss in Amazon. This time, if it happens, we'll be looking to break out above 3338. And this can happen in just one session. If we break out above this, we are going for 3384 in straight line. Google had the inside day. It broke out from the inside day today. And guys, I'm looking at your chat. I'll be picking up all these tickers once I'm done with my analysis. So just give me some time, please. So it's a breakout. But again, you see, this is the long-term trend line. It came here, tested the trend line right to the money. Okay, and this has been a issue area for Google. So 28.48 is something which you should be looking at. It's also making an inverted head and shoulders. So break above today's high 28.28 can take it to 28.48, 28.80 area. In Google is one of the strongest stocks. So it's a breakout on the positive side. See, I'm not taking any of the negative trades in the QQQ just because it's all sentimental in the market right now. If nothing negative comes out, then yes. So buy about 28. Look out for 28.48 and 28.80. 28.48, 28.80. I'm just giving it 60% because it has seen some rejection here. So a breakout will be really good. Stop loss in this case will be here. This area where it has seen some consolidation, 2800, roughly 2800. That should be the stop loss. Nvidia Nvidia had a double inside day and we saw a massive breakout on Nvidia today. Bang, bang, bang. See, right, broken above the 34 EMA, opened about 210 and then bang on. It never came back. It's looking for a target of 218.87. I want this to be like breakout above 218.87. Once it does, then we can have some all-time highs in Nvidia. But right now, I'm just focusing on a very small range, 223. I think that 223, 225 is a long-term resistance line for Nvidia. So I'll be watching out that. So Nvidia positive, it's a breakout, it's a continuation from the breakout by above 218, which was the today's target, 87. And look out for 223, 223.57 and 255.20, 50, 225.51. And stop loss in this case should be, this is the area where we have seen stop loss comes around to, this is the area where it has seen the rejection. 214, I think, should be a good stop loss area, 214. Okay. Facebook is lagging and like it had a Greystone dodgy today. It's confused what to do. Like market is confused. It opened, buyers came in, tried to move up, but failed. Bring it back to where it opened. So this state shows that yes, at least at this point, buyers are not willing it to bring it down. So break above 332.63 can be really, really good with the stop loss of 327. So Facebook, I'm just marking it neutral because it is yet to break out. So it's a move which we need to take only above 332.67 with the stop loss of 327 and target of 338. Again, I'm giving it a 60%. Netflix, like it's in this range. Nothing has changed for Netflix, but Netflix has earning coming up in the next week, and it's struggling to close above the 634.35 area. I'm sure it's going to break out from here, and it's going to test 678, most likely before the earnings. It's a good consolidation which is happening here. So I am actually bullish on Netflix. In between, one more thing, if you realize, 12 EMA has cashed up the gaps between the candles and the Fibonacci levels as well. So it's coming closer. So it's a good entry area, and this purple line has been acting as a good support for Netflix. So I'll be keeping this area as my stop loss, 625 above 650. So I'm pretty bullish on Netflix. Just the stop loss has moved to 625 and 678. But I'm just reducing the conviction because it did not break out today. So it needs to break out. Shopify, I think, did its target of 1420 today. It has been like from 1339, it has a good breakout, but it could not close above the 34 EMA and 1420. So a move above 1420, I will be really interesting to enter. After a very long time, this will be a close above the long-term 34 EMA on the daily time frame. So I want it to break out above 1420, stay there for a while, maybe at least 1 hour, 2 hour, and I can see 1493. So I am just going, and stop loss is pretty defined here. Stop loss is 1382, which is the 12 EMA. So Shopify, I'm just marking it as neutral because it tried to break out but failed. So buy above 1420. Stop loss is 1382, and I'm just giving a target of 1493. Anything which did not break out today as expected. See, it did a target of 1420, but it should have maintained. Roku had again a very tight range today. It's finding some pain to break out above the 34 EMA and close above it. It has not seen that closing. So anytime it closes above this 334 area, now it's 330 one area. If it does that, there's no resistance in between here. It's going to jump. It's going to jump very strongly. And one more thing which I showed, I think yesterday on my discussion, is this volume profile. So if you see, there's a very thin volume in this area. So if we break out above this 345 or 363 area, there's hardly any volume here. So you can see a super move if it breaks about 365, which is still about 10%, but Roku has potential to move in straight line about 10%. Okay, so I'm still bullish on Roku. Stop loss is moved up to 322, above 322, buy above 320.31. Stop loss is still the same. Yeah, I'm just keeping this, but I have reduced this percentage to 70 because it did not break out as I expected. Fedex had a good day today, similar to UPS. Let me just remove this volume profile, but like we can discuss. See again, Fedex in this area above 229, 235, there's thin volume as compared to this has seen some consolidation. So it might try to test 239, 235 area. So here Fedex made a morning star and it did break out. So there will be continuation on this. Buy above 229 now. But that was the first target. Now it should be the final target 240. Not 240, 235, right? 235.40. 235.40. And I think it held on to the day's low since it opened throughout the day. Let me just remove the volume profile because it's too much information. Yeah, it held on to this. So stop loss will become 225, which is the 12 EMA. Yeah, so a close above this has been seen after a very long time. So I would be really bullish on Fedex for next $10, $12 move with a very small stop loss of 225. Snap has been really interesting, and Snap has seen good support. Like we have been talking about Snap is seeing a very good consolidation since the last earning in this area. Excellent consolidation. Every time it comes around 71 area, it jumps. Every time it gives an opportunity to enter around 73, it jumps. It's respecting all the EMAs and it's getting consolidation. Let me just check what on weekly. It's kind of making like a good consolidation with a pennant. So a breakout is definitely coming in Snap, and Snap is expecting to have earnings next week. When is their earnings? 10/21. So Snap is expecting to have earnings next week. So inside week can be really amazing for Snap. So I am still bullish on Snap. I will continue with my stance. Look out for 78. The only thing I would change is my stop loss. Let me go back to my day chart. Stop loss will become 75, and if you can get entry around 76 to 77, do not miss this. 76 to 77. Buy this. Square almost tested. Like we were discussing Square since 224, 225 area. It was getting rejected about 240. Today it break out about 240 right here, and then there's a gap, broke about 249.58, but then it's inverted hammer. So I will be interested to go long if it manages to push above 250. If it does, then 256. Otherwise, it can come back and test 242. So if I have to take a long trade and market is supporting Square, we can enter above 249.58. So I'm just marking this as neutral, which it gave up everything. So buy above 259, 249.58, and target is 256 right now, and stop loss in this case will be 34 EMA, which is 248. 248.18. Spotify, just to be honest, I didn't even look into this trade today, but finally it's changing the trend. So it's setting up. It's looking interesting. Let me just make some weekly candles on spot. And let me start with my regression channel. So I'm just going back here. Let me extend to the right. So it's also making inverted head and shoulders on the weekly, which is a very bullish sign. A move you see above. See, today it tested right the 34 EMA 248. So any move over 248 can take it to 275. So I'm still super bullish. Everything is same for Spotify. It's setting up exactly like same. It didn't break out today, but still a 60% conviction. Microsoft has a massive move today. Like a $6 move in Microsoft is really amazing. So as soon as it break out above 292 in last couple of days, it's a consolidation. A breakout above here is a continuation. Now here it's coming in an area of 305, which is its previous high, and a long-term resistance. If it breaks above 305, it's going to run. And I need to draw some additional levels here. So let me just do that in front of you right here. This is the last move down here. Came back here. Okay. So this, if we break above 304, just we can test 310. So I'm expecting buy above 304. Consider 310, 70%, and I'm positive on this. And stop loss for Microsoft will come around 299. So this is my analysis for tomorrow. So tomorrow, if market is in line with my sentiment, I have chosen most of them in the positive, because if there's a breakout, we will have opportunity to pick any of them. But if market goes down, I'll not be taking any of the trades. I will just not trade. I will just wait for a good opportunity to have much more clarity, because selling in this market, I'm not able to do it better. So as of now, I'm just going to wait and watch. If it breaks below, I'll wait. Maybe on Monday, if it breaks, if it comes around this area, I will try to enter, because it's an inverted head and shoulders. So I want it to work out. That's my expectations from this candle pattern. But if it doesn't, then I will wait. So let me just share the Zoom link here in the chat. You all can come, and then we can have a discussion. And I will stop the streaming once we have enough people in the chat. All right, and thanks for watching and doing my analysis. Now, if you have any chart you want to discuss, if you have any other ticker you want to discuss, any tickers which you have mentioned, I'm just making a note of them. We want to discuss beyond. We want to discuss mRNA, UPST, Boeing, apps, a firm. Okay. All right. So I'm just stopping the live streaming. I would urge you to join the Zoom interactive discussion so that we can discuss, understand, and plan it better. All right.